Good morning and welcome to this episode of Getting to Know Our Heavenly Family. Today I want to introduce you to a noblewoman, princess, wife, and Poor Clare nun. On the Feast of the Holy Innocents in the year 1461, a daughter, Louise, was born to Blessed Amadeus, Duke of Savoy. From childhood, Blessed Louise showed a marked love for prayer and retirement. On the vigils of the Feast of Our Lady, she fasted on bread and water. In compliance with the wish of her mother, a sister of King Louis IX of France, Louise wore costly garments and jewelry, as was becoming her rank. But underneath them she wore a garment of haircloth, and she always looked upon her external finery as a reminder to adorn her soul with virtues. Blessed Louise of Savoy possessed such innocent simplicity that pride and vanity were wholly foreign to her. Still, with the simplicity of a dove, she also combined great prudence in evading the dangers of a life at court, to which she was exposed. Blessed Louise had already decided to consecrate herself to God in the state of virginity, when her uncle and guardian, the King of France, desired her to marry the Prince of Chalon. Louise believed that God was thus manifesting his will in her regard, and so she gave her hand to the virtuous young prince. He was pleased to note how her example and authority checked the excessive luxury and frivolous customs prevailing at court. Not only did she reform the habits of the ladies of the court, but even the men were won over to a Christian life. If any one of them was caught cursing or using unbecoming language, she required him to do penance by giving alms for the poor. Blessed Louise of Savoy and her husband attended the dances and plays that were given, but never took part in them themselves. They went there only to prevent anything disorderly. When she was about 27 years old, Louise lost her devoted husband. She declined all offers of a second marriage, even those coming from the most honorable suitors. She wished now to live in retirement and very simply, and to devote herself to works of penance, piety, and Christian charity. She used her great wealth in carrying out an extensive program of charity. There were no children to claim her maternal care, and since she desired to live in close union with God, she entered the convent of the Poor Clares at Orbit after overcoming great obstacles. Here the princess was a model to all in humility, poverty, and self-abnegation. She observed all the precepts of the rule and of obedience most conscientiously, and was always very grateful for any reprimands she received. She fostered a tender devotion to the sufferings of Christ and to our Blessed Lady, from whom she sometimes received special favors. A serious illness seized Louise when she was 42 years old. After she had received the last sacraments with great devotion, her death agony began, but she was still able to pronounce the words from the office of Our Lady. Quote, O fount of mercy, mother mine, through whom God sends us grace divine, free me from sin and lend thy aid, when death's dark hour makes me afraid. End quote. Then she surrendered her pure soul into the hands of her Creator on July 24th, 1503. God glorified her by many miracles, and so Pope Gregory XVI confirmed her veneration in 1839. And she's celebrated around the world by all Franciscans on this, the 24th of July, every year. Blessed Louise of Savoy.